Hey Matas, how's it going, man?
Hey, bro. So far, so good. Studying, working at the moment, so could not complain.
Yeah, awesome. Nice to hear that, Matas. So in this call, I'm going to ask a few questions about your life prior to this program. How's it going now? What are your next goals, and so on. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to ask a few questions. So I'm curious, Matas. Before joining the program, what were you doing? Like, how was your life? How was it like mentally, and then just in general, where you were at?
So, at that moment when I joined and got interested into your program, I was fresh off school. So during that time, I was working summer jobs, basically, just focused on my own side hustles, focused on my own career plans. Not, I would say career plans, but probably study plans, what I should do after school. And mentally, I wouldn't say I was disbalanced because I'm always structured. I always knew that I should get involved extremely deeply into this money space. And yeah, I think I got into the right place at the right time.
Awesome. Nice to hear that, Matas. And in terms of business models that you have tried before joining this program, becoming an appointment setter and succeeding with, what kind of business models you tried before that?
Yeah, so I was always that person who was not separated from this online business sphere. I was always interested in experimenting new stuff, let's just say from that trend period when drop shipping appeared, when online business models appeared. So we could start from affiliate marketing, drop shipping, and our side hustles as well. But in terms of getting serious and making like serious plans and commitments to making extra income from models, I tried, let's just say, not tried, but I did reselling for about 1 year. It's just selling random stuff on Vinted, sorry, Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, just basically anything you could get to resell for a larger profit. So it was one of the income sources. Also, I did a more nuanced, more complicated, but well-structured project with SMMA. So if anyone doesn't know what that is, it's an online social media marketing agency. So the main objective is to create ads for brands and just basically ads for coaches, brands, and online businesses who are desperate for more leads. So I was never new to this online sales sphere. I was never not knowledgeable about this stuff. I was always extremely interested, extremely curious in this sales background. I did have previous knowledge. So this whole new space of appointment setting or just closing was never new to me because I did experience and did practice that in the past quite often.
Gotcha, Matas. And in terms of also like in terms of businesses you've tried, why do you think you've succeeded with appointment setting? Why is it like better in your eyes, like compared with other like business models? Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I didn't succeed with other business models that I tried because I did and did gain multiple cash sources from that. But in terms of this setting program that I joined and gained from you, uh, I would say that the main benefit is that it's extremely well structured. It's well organized. The network is created by just linking people with each other with a similar mindset, who are always into helping you, always into sharing the nuanced details that are required to succeed that you might not see yourself, and just the whole effort from each other person just to aid you in this process to succeed. Just the sincere help, I would say, that everyone provides, including you, and just for you to succeed and basically achieve like visible results.
I see, Matas. I see. And in terms of joining the program, I remember you paid me a deposit, and then I gave you like half of the program for like 2 weeks, and then you paid full price for the program, and then in the first week you got a client from my network. Like I connected
Yep.
you with that client because I saw that you are working hard, you are disciplined, you want to learn, you're coachable. Matas has been like excellent in terms of like just being curious, asking a lot of questions, wanting to improve. So how did you feel like when you get like your first client? How was it like? What happened when you landed your first client, let's say, in that week?
Yeah, I do understand the question. I wouldn't call it excitement because I knew that everything would start extremely serious right now, and I do need to be consistent, just basically to not to prove myself, not just to prove to myself, but to you and to others in the program. Just basically that it's easily achievable, not easily, I would say, because you do need large consistency. You do need to do efforts and basically just put your ego aside and learn. But it's a simplistic way to earn. So at the moment when I just got in touch with my first clients, I knew that things were about to start very seriously. And yeah, just started to do extra research and basically was determined to make large numbers and large success with this client.
Yeah, I see. And also, like as you mentioned, you've got him pretty good results in first week, like 10 appointments, I think, in first week, which is like pretty good. Like you did adapt pretty quickly. So yeah, respect for that, Matas. And what exactly are you doing right now as a setter? Like on your daily basis? Like you mentioned, you're not working that much on your daily basis in terms of that client.
Yes, so basically the main objectives for me as a setter, I guess, for this specific brand, just in case if anyone doesn't know, I'm working for a health coach online. So basically my main objective and responsibilities is to book extremely qualified people into his sessions, into his consultations, and just yeah, be in charge of the whole communication machine for him, as well as for the results I brought. Yes, that's true. It wasn't extremely complicated at the start because I do know how to communicate professionally, and just basically we figured a solid match between each other with the brand and myself. And yeah, so far so good. As in terms right now of my daily routine, I would say that I do not have to spend as much time as I did in the beginning because I'm more determined and more knowledgeable of the whole system itself. The brand is not so new for me. The whole energy and whole requirements of myself are well informed, and standards are not new for me. But in terms of my routine standards, in terms of my actions, I would say that I spend approximately like 3 or 4 hours setting a day, let's just say, and basically just doing more stuff for the brand because the setting system is not just my only action, it's not only my only responsibility. And yeah, just basically I did provide the vision for the brand that we could achieve so much more than he expected, and basically we're taking right now small steps but later huge progressions in the future.
I see, Matas. Thanks for sharing that. And in terms of money, you've mentioned that even in your first like 4 weeks of working for that client, you've made a nice money, and potentially more money is coming because you've booked those appointments and soon the coach is going to have them. You've mentioned something that in the chat. So could you go a little bit more in depth like with it, like how does it look like and so on?
Yeah. So just to be more clear, you're asking about the payments right now, right?
Yeah. The income that you've got, yeah.
Yeah. So from the income perspective, it was well negotiated because you need to understand that the brands have to keep the interest in their side as well. So I did negotiate my payments, and right now I do get payments and commissions from closed deals, from appointments that did actually occur. And yeah, I would say it's going pretty well because I'm always constantly negotiating new payments for myself from the brand because of the extra details, extra work, extra effort, extra plans that I'm in charge of. So I do provide myself a solid income, but that also takes a solid skill of communication, a solid skill of bravery, just to present your ideas. And yeah, I would say that I'm not doing, in terms of making money, I'm not making enough just to be satisfied because I'm very determined that we could extract so much more, not just income, but growth, more vision, more potential from the brand, and as well as the return for myself. I would say that in approximately 2 months, I would be making just solid 2K a month just from one brand. And later I would expand and provide myself extra sources of income.
Yeah, nice to hear that, Matas. And you're going to have time for another role as well soon, like to actually add more money to your 2,000 euros a month, or are you going to stick with studies and just one appointment setting role, one brand, like how's it to look?
Yes, just to be clear, I did have a second role. I
Oh,
was
that Polish business, right?
yes, with the
Yeah.
Polish businessman, who was in charge of creating a large offer for business coaches, but that didn't end up very well because I didn't have enough time and effort just to balance this heavy schedule in foreign markets and in my first role with my studies. So basically, we did work for approximately not a full month, but let's call it a month. And yeah, at the moment, my plans is to make some solid transformations in my life in terms of living, in terms of accommodation, in terms of my habits and lifestyle. And yeah, in the future, I project myself like in terms of the start of the new year. I project myself that I would take probably a few closer roles and basically stick up to the path of growth of the first brand.
Hmm. Yeah, nice. I see. And in terms of that second business, that Polish business, you mentioned something that you booked an appointment and they closed 6,000 euros package. Is that right?
Yes, he did. It was like it was actually quite recently because we ended up things approximately I would say like 3 weeks ago. So about a month he did close a deal and I did gain a commission from that.
Mm. Okay, nice. So in that month, you've mentioned something that from the first client you've made some money, and in terms of this client, it's like over 1,000 a month, I think, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Like maybe could you give me like a clearer number, like for the people that are watching, like how much was it like in the 30 days of work, like?
Yeah, so from the for the first brand in first month, I basically earned myself approx I would say about 500 euros, let's just say, in the first month. And when we went to a larger progress, and I got in touch with the second role and received payments from that, it went above 1,000. And currently, as it stays at the moment, I'm earning about 1K a month from the first brand.
Nice. Okay, so as you mentioned, like you're targeting to make at least 2,000 euros from one role, right? From that first client. You're
Correct.
projecting it, like you're seeing that you're going to make it, like there's no doubts, no limiting
Yes.
beliefs, right? That's
Never. I never struggle with that. Basically, very closed mind, I would say, because in order to extract most benefits from this, I would call it not business model, but hustle sphere, you need to be extremely open-minded and have this enormous self-belief that you can achieve quite significant results, not only for the brands, for businesses, but also for yourself.
Yeah, nice to hear that, Matas. And what did you like the most about the course, mentorship, like coaching? Like, how was it? Like, let's say coaching calls with me, like, was it valuable? Like, did you feel the support, accountability, and so on?
Yeah, the most valuable thing I would call is the efforts from other people, just to be a part of your success. Basically, just not shy away from giving advice, not shy away from giving you props, credits for your success. Just basically smoothing the communication with each other, because if other people do praise you and basically are in the same path or not only making themselves succeed but also including you, that also provides many benefits for you, a person. But in terms of like a specific technical value I found in this program, I would say that the courses are pretty clear. You do need to do extra research, basically just be more knowledgeable and just curious about the sales world, because this setting is not a very restricted niche. It's a wide sphere, which includes sales, includes communication, includes negotiation, includes motivation, manifesting, and so on. It's very heavily dependent of psychological things, but yeah, I would say that I did found what I needed in the program. I would say like 11-step communication, I guess, plan that was called.
Yeah, 11-step framework to book appointments, to make follower a booked appointment.
Yeah. So it wasn't a struggle for me to understand, because it just basically was very clear. And yeah, I wouldn't say that I did struggle with finding the correct information. And basically the communication between you as a mentor and me as a student was extremely smooth, extremely professional, and yeah, it did provide results at the end. So
Yeah, nice to hear that, Matas. And if someone is, let's say, watching that, is thinking about this program, what would you say to them? The people that are watching this program and thinking if they should join, if it's not a scam or something like that. Like, what would you tell them?
I would say that if anyone is curious and basically projecting themselves not only a career, but also spend time.
Yeah, Matas, you disappeared for a second.
Yeah, that's
now it's good.
So if anyone projects themselves a career or basically a lifestyle in sales in this online world, I would say that this is a solid place to start. If you do know and you are aware of various ways to make money, you are aware of various business models that are around this space, and if you want to make a start, let's just say, from well-designed program, well-structured network, a very, not I would say professional network, but just basically more friendly based, because you can gain not just professional contacts but also make
Friends.
say friendly conversations with other people. But if the person is determined that he wants to make online money, let's just say sorry, if he wants to make online money with by starting with very simplistic things, I would say that he needs to believe that you can make an income for yourself just by creating conversations for other people, just basically chatting, closing, communicating. This is a very solid place to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matas, gotcha. And in terms of people that are watching this and thinking, this sounds too good to be true, like how you can make money online by messaging people, like this is probably a scam, this interview could be fake, and so on. Like, what would you say to those really skeptical people that are thinking that that mentorships are BS, that are, and so on?
Yeah, I would say that it's a sort of delusion, and not only delusion, but just a misconception in this online sphere. Because when your car breaks down, you usually go to a mechanic. When a struggle appears with your health, you usually go to the doctor, the dentist, the pharmacy store. But it's usually this disbelief, and basically large concerns appear when things start to go around money. And yes, if you do believe that you do need a structured system, you do need our people just to believe you and provide you a solid path. Just basically make things simple. Sorry, for you in terms of making money. Yes, I would say that you do need to be picky with courses you select. Obviously, not all mentorships are smooth. Not all mentorships are fair. Not all mentorships provide you the value that you seek. But in terms of this course, and in terms of this network and communications we do possess, it's a extremely solid start, I would say.
Yeah, thank you for that, Matas. And in terms of students that are thinking that they're not going to make it, like what would you say, what kind of stuff can things like prevent student appointment setter from making 1,000 a month or more? What kind of stuff like can prevent them from reaching their goals? Like, is it like mindset or like lack of skill set, or like what could like prevent them from reaching 1K a month?
Yes, so basically it's not only in this niche, but it's usually, as most things in life are, it's basically consistency. And also you need to be very well-minded, not well-minded, open-minded. You need to be brave. You need to put your ego aside, that not only about this mentorship concerns that we talked about, but just in terms of you are enough to succeed. You do have the potential to succeed. And if you just stick to the guidelines and also projecting yourself a solid future, I would say, a solid version of yourself in the future, like the perfect version, not perfect, but well improved version of yourself. But yeah, as I did mention, in order to basically provide yourself the most solid and visible results, you need to hit KPIs, you need to hit consistency levels, you need to be extremely non-emotional to critic, you do need to perceive it, and you do need to extract it as much as possible from side perspectives, because you might think that you're doing a solid day's work when in reality you did nothing, and you need to speed up things, make the progress much faster, and yeah, basically project yourself a solid end goal where you can succeed, and just basically divide it into extremely small, extremely structured, and well understandable steps.
Gotcha, Matas. Thank you for your answers. And in terms of last week, I think you mentioned that you got like 6 roles, like 6 businesses that wanted to work with you, something like that. Am I right?
I would correct you. It's not 6, it's about 10, I would say. So basically, yeah, businesses constantly reach, I would say, at this specific period, like nowadays, lots of brands, lots of sellers, lots of professionals and specialists from sales world, high ticket sales, from brands, from agencies do reach out, and they are not only interested in how skillful a person can be, but if he's fit for other opportunities, if he's fit for other roles that they might possess. And yeah, just it starts with a conversation, and basically the end result is always usually an offer, a role, or basically an opportunity you just for you to see if you could fit it into.
Yeah, I see, Matas. So that's really nice. 10 roles a week. That's amazing. That's amazing, Matas. So yeah, I don't have any other questions. I don't want to hold you any longer. I know you need to book more appointments for clients. So yeah, we're going to see each other actually on 15 to 16 on the weekend live event that we as a community are hosting, and Matas is actually the organizer of this event. So it's going to be interesting to meet you in real life, meet other dudes, students. So yeah, Matas, once again, thank you for your time, and yeah, and thank you also people for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to get more information on the program, you can text me a message on my Instagram. It's going to be down below. And yeah, thank you, Matas. Thank you, people, for watching, and see you next time. Bye.